Hey, before I start the video, I just want to let you know that there's Discord for the channel in the description of the video, so go join it. And if you enjoy my content, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy. By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand me.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
We are creating a story-driven World War II-era Marvel action-adventure game with an ensemble of playable heroes. People might not think this. This isn't some custom demo that we made just for this show. That's our game, right? All the sequences you just saw in that trailer are all pulled right out of our game, running real time in Unreal Engine 5, no smoke and mirrors.
See, this is what it should be. Not showing one thing, but delivering something completely different. How does this become this?
You're really bridging the gap between films and games, but this is a whole new level. What's different nowadays compared to the old days?
You and I have known each other for what, over a decade now?
Over a decade, yeah.
Right, and we immediately hit it off, and I think it's because we've been chasing the same dream, right?
True, yes.
Which is to create richly interactive experiences that are cinematic, immersive, and make you feel like you're in a movie, but with all the player agency that you expect from a really great game.
We found something. A chance, maybe.
Go.
Show 'em what?
Don't give me hope.
And look, when we're telling a character-driven story, it's critical for us to be able to really faithfully capture and honor every nuance of our actors' stellar performances. So we've been incredibly grateful to be able to partner closely with our friends on the MetaHuman team to tell our story.
America's hero, dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear. That shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You are unworthy of it.
Right, and as he pauses here, Roman, why don't you go in really close and really show everybody the detail that we have in these models. It's insane, right? Like,
Amazing.
it's essential for us to retain every nuance of the outstanding performance that our actor plays his character. What you just saw there were untouched metahuman animator solves. We've been able to honor our amazing actors' performances and faithfully transform them into equally powerful digital performances. We've been able to leverage some of the new nanite and lumen features being released in the 5.4. And honestly, this is really helping our team to achieve a level of visual fidelity that enables us to present this authentically grounded Marvel universe. And let's see, yep, you're live, good, okay. To create a really immersive game experience, the characters and environments have to work together harmoniously. We can't just drop believable characters into a less than convincing world. So we need to start with authentic and densely detailed environments as the setting to our story. And look, because part of our story is set in 1940s occupied Paris, we needed the world to have a really believable and visceral level of detail and grit.
We're talking about Nanite's new adaptive tessellation feature. So, whilst Nanite lets you create environments like you're seeing here of incredible detail, the memory requirements can become impractical to realize for such a level of complexity across a huge level, without the need for lots of instancing. And we thought that was a challenge and we wanted to deal with it. So, see how simple, this is relatively simple ground plane. Actually, let's show the triangle so you can actually see what's there. Just a few hundred triangles. Let's pop it back to the beauty render view. But with this new dynamic tessellation capability, we can actually displace that simple geometry and create new three-dimensional geometry of the quality that you're used to with Nanite. With nothing more than layering tile textures and using shader logic, you can make incredibly complex effects. There you go. What you expect from Nanite. So it's a really, really smart, interesting technique to actually get details into the games without crazy, crazy amounts of geometry.
So imagine our challenge. We're trying to authentically recreate a harsh winter in occupied Paris. That means every prop, every object, every detail, every rooftop needs to be realistically blanketed in snow. So now let's show how we can dial up the snow accumulation on these objects. Right? And of course, we can dial it back as desired. Now, speaking of set dressing, let's go check out that fire barrel over by the watchtower we saw earlier. Yeah, that's the one there. And let's turn on a light to really illuminate the smoke coming out of the barrel. Thank you. Look at that. That's amazing. We could have never achieved effects this realistic in the past.
So if we look at the glow of the fire as it dynamically illuminates the volumetric smoke, you can see that light transmitting through the volume. You can also see that the smoke itself is casting shadows onto the world, but also itself. These volumetrics can also mix with more traditional effects as well.
All of this is just to help us tell our story, right? And a story is nothing without great characters. Now, an essential part of any character's persona, particularly a Marvel hero, is their look. And it can be really distracting if the outfit doesn't look as realistic and believable as the rest of the world. As you can see, Cap's leather uniform fits just like you would expect in real life, with all the correct material properties and the complexity of creases forming as he moves.
From a technical perspective, this is where we can effectively utilize machine learning. We can set up and run complex simulations in a package like Houdini and import that data into UE. We then use this to train an ML model, producing film quality deformations that run in real time.
And now, as a special treat, let's take a look at the entire bridge scene that you saw earlier, but this time we'll keep Azuri's mask off to really showcase what we can do when all this incredible talent and all these amazing features come together. But remember, this is running entirely in real time.
Awesome.
That's far enough! I'm here on the business of the United States government.
Yours is not the only business here. Stay out of my way.
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone. Turn around, boy. Go home.
Look, pal, I don't know who you are.
But I know who you are. Captain, America's hero, dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
Says the man dressed like an overgrown house cat.
That shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You are unworthy of it.
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.